Well, actually, what happened is that I had a writer's block in another book. I was working on another book. I got stuck. And so I decided to play this game, to take all the questions that I'm asked during interviews and the meeting with readers, and to answer the most honest, non-politically correct, straightforward kind of answer. And then slowly, it developed to be a novel. It took time till I understood it, that I'm actually writing a novel in a format of an interview. But I try to maintain this level of honesty and directness and playfulness, even when it was not a game anymore, but actually novel writing. But first, I'm worried about my friends in Italy. I think situation in Italy is different than in Israel. I realized it from the beginning, and lately I've been talking with my friends in Italy on Zoom, and through their faces, the look on their faces, I could realize that people went through really hard times in Italy, in Lombardia specifically. So first of all, I want to send my love, my hugs and kisses to my Italian friends and to the Italian people. I'm really waiting for the moment that I could come to Italy and show this love and support physically. As for myself, I spent this time writing a lot. Came back to working on my novel, actually quite finishing it, I think so. So there's a lot of writing, very intense writing, and I think I'm now ready to come back to life, to my friends, to the beach. It's not yet allowed here, but maybe starting from the beginning of May. So I was inside this kind of a fiction ball, and now I will be happy to come back to reality. Well, yes, also because yeah, it goes both ways. I couldn't live anywhere else because this is my language. I live in Hebrew. I dream in Hebrew. I write in Hebrew. I couldn't really live in another place, even though sometimes with our very problematic politics, you feel like spending time outside the country, but I can't. I'm too attached. Um, but it always, when I said where else could I be, I was also referring to all the trips that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be in Italy with the Nanni Moretti film Tre Piani, and right now this week, and so there is a certain amount of frustration that many plans were cancelled. I really hope that when fall comes, September, October, November, I'll be able to come and see the Nanni Moretti movie and meet my friends. Wow, it's a great question. Both professions work with words. I think the, maybe the main difference is the difference in meaning. What is the meaning of what you do? The reason I left the advertising world was that I felt it's meaningless. I am persuading people to buy things they do not need through my words, and I felt also that I'm not free to write what I want. So no meaning and no freedom. I had to make a change. It was when I was about 30, 31. And I think for me, writing literature, writing stories is full of meaning. I'm giving something from myself to the reader. I'm interacting, and it's free. I'm completely liberated. I can write a book in a format of an interview. I can write a story about Corona times, about what's happening now. I can write a science fiction for the first time in my life, which I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So it's complete freedom, and the question of will people buy or not is not the main question. The question is what does it mean, and do I feel free while doing it? Well, I'll tell you the truth. I won't hide. It's a very it's extremely sad Memorial Day, because usually what we have is Memorial Day, and right after you have Independence Day. They are day after day. So you have the day of mourning of soldiers who died in the wars, and then you have the celebration of independence, parties, and hiking and meeting friends. And this year it's only and only the sad parts. There's no celebration. They're all canceled. You cannot even meet with friends, and and you cannot even meet with people that you want to console, that you want to pay them your participation in their sorrow. So it's very frustrating. Maybe the strangest Memorial Day we ever had. I think that usually all of the country is supporting the people who lost their loved ones during the wars. And this year, it's very hard to support. You support through Zoom, you support through telephone calls, but you can't physically support. People can't even come to the graves of their loved ones because it's not allowed because of this Corona pandemic. So it's a sad Memorial Day, and I only wish that we will come back to a normal way of like sharing feelings and being able to support each other physically and not through screens. So there are two meanings, one that I knew and one that I discovered. The famous one is the Mount of Nevo. That this is the mountain that Moses in the Bible was standing on and looking at the promised land, knowing that he would never enter it. So Mount Nevo is a symbol of nostalgia, of this kind of feeling that you want something, but you will probably not get it. So this is kind of it was a guideline, this nostalgia guideline to my life. And another meaning to the word Nevo was kind of, I discovered it, that it's the god in the Bavelic culture, the ancient culture of Babylon, the god of writing. My parents didn't even know it when they chose the name Nevo as a family name, but again, destiny called.